This week on Screen Part Worldwide, the show, we're back from our California mega trip and we're going to be going over some of the things we got up to while we're over in the States. Along with all that, we're going to be catching up on your merch paradise, your Ask Me Anything questions, and of course, anything you've sent in for Interact with me. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Screen Part Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to spook those titles. And of course, a very warm welcome to Screen Part Worldwide Halloween 2015 here on the Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel. Hope you've enjoyed our content over the last 2 weeks. Obviously, we kicked in Halloween whilst we were over in California. Absolutely awesome intro video. I know you all liked it just from looking at the comments. And like I say, you know, it's all part of the fun. It's nothing too serious. You know, it's all part of having a laugh, and that's what it's all about with Halloween here on Theme Park Worldwide. Yes, we cover all the Halloween events, but we also have a laugh whilst we're doing it. It's nothing too serious, and that's what that video is all about. Just having a bit of fun as we go along for Halloween. So if you've not seen it, check out the last episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show that was put online 2 weeks ago to launch Halloween. Some of our Halloween videos have started to go online then, from Disneyland Halloween, which is our latest vlog that went on last night. Of course, Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. That vlog's been online a few days now, along with some walkthroughs of some of the attractions that we did whilst we were at Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not going to go too much into Universal's Halloween Horror Nights in the show, as the vlog will tell you all about it. It's an absolutely awesome vlog, one of the best ones we've done from California, and it's well worth checking out. So what's going to be coming up in this show then? We're going to be catching up on all the merchandise you sent in, all the Interact with me, and 4 more questions here on the show. Along with all that, over the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about what we got up to whilst I was in California. Of course, we had an amazing trip. I was out there with Chris, Lee, and also John. They've all been in Theme Park Worldwide vlogs before, and as you've probably seen from some of the vlogs that have already gone online, we had an absolutely fantastic time. Now, the reason there wasn't an on-location show from California last week, the main reason because the internet connection where we stayed wasn't the greatest. So it was a decision, do I keep the vlogs going online from all the parks whilst we're still out there, or do I go and record a show, which will basically be covering what I could have covered in the vlogs anyway, but the only thing I wouldn't be able to get out the Interact sections. So what I decided to do was keep the vlogs rolling. I believe there's quite a lot of vlogs online now from what we've done whilst we were out there, which is great to see. You've got the Disney vlogs, part 1 and 2. You've got the Halloween vlog online. You've got Universal Studios Hollywood vlog. You've got the Horror Nights vlog from Universal. Knott's Berry Farm vlogs online. Belmont Park, SeaWorld, and of course Six Flags Magic Mountain part 1 and part 2. So a lot of the vlogs have actually gone online. There's only a few left to go. What we've got left to go on is Las Vegas, parts 1 and 2, and also the Grand Canyon to see. So those vlogs are still to come from California. As you've seen, you know, we had an absolutely amazing time. I don't need to go on about it really, about how much of a great time we did. As you'll see in the vlogs, we went through so many laughs, got so emotional at Disney. Me and Chris especially were massive Disney enthusiasts. We found it really, really emotional to be there at the original Disneyland, walking down Walt Disney's Main Street, obviously seeing his apartment in the firehouse on Main Street. That was absolutely fantastic to see. We had a fantastic trip out there. It was really, really good. What I'm going to talk to you about this week then is some of my highlights from the California trip. So of course my biggest highlight, the thing what I was most anticipating more than anything, was visiting the original Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Now for those of you that aren't massive Disney freaks like myself, then you might not necessarily know that the original Disneyland is the one in California. It opened in 1955. That is the original Disneyland. A lot of people tend to think the Magic Kingdom in Orlando is the original. It's not, no. Walt Disney still had an input on what happened at the Magic Kingdom, like the building of the underground tunnels and stuff. However, he never actually stepped foot in that one, as he sadly died before that got built. However, we had a fantastic visit seeing some of Walt's sort of creations going on the original Pirates of the Caribbean. The Haunted Mansion was in its holiday mode, and that was great. Holiday mood? What am I going on about? I'm in a holiday mood. Holiday for Halloween, that is. So yes, moving on from that then. The most anticipated ride at Disney was going to be the Matterhorn bobsleigh, and it definitely lived up to expectations. It's a roller coaster I've wanted to do for so long. Opened at Disneyland in 1959, and since then it's just been thrilling guests ever since. It's had later refurbishments. This year actually it's had some new effects inside, made it a bit more scary now. It's got a Yeti in it, a bit like Expedition Everest at the Animal Kingdom. Well, that was fantastic. Definitely one of the best roller coasters I experienced for the whole trip. Other highlights then from Disney, of course, was Indiana Jones. Now, if you've seen how I got in the vlog after first coming off that, Indiana Jones, the Forbidden Night, it was absolutely insane ride. I mean, what it is, it's just a dark ride what goes round, and the vehicles sort of move side to side, up and down, forwards and backwards. As you're going round, there's effects, there's smoke, there's projection mapping, there's fire. It literally was a Shawn ride, or a Dean ride, but Dean obviously wasn't there. He's out there in Orlando at the moment, so have a good time, Dean. But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I loved it to pieces, and it probably is the best ride I've ever been on in terms of a general experience ride. Yes, Shambhala still remains my #1 coaster, even after doing all the ones out there, especially at Magic Mountain, but overall ride experience, Indiana Jones is still my #1. Of course, we saw all the Diamond Anniversary stuff as well. The 3 new nighttime shows. Obviously, Will the Colour got refurbished. Will the Colour Celebrate. Really nice sort of view over Walt's history. That was really, really good. It went right deep into Walt, from how he started out all the way through into the opening of Disneyland. So that was a really, really good show to see. 10 out of 10. Was it my favourite of the nighttime shows? No, it wasn't. But Disneyland Forever was, and that was absolutely stunning. Projection mapping all down Main Street, USA. You saw footage of it in the vlog. If you've not seen it, make sure you do check these vlogs out. They are literally some of the best vlogs we've ever created. Out of over 100 here on Theme Park Worldwide, well worth checking out here on the channel. So, Disneyland Forever was just stunning. They had the snow coming out for the Frozen section. All the projection mapping down Main Street and on the castle. You could also watch it from different locations. We went further to watch it from It's a Small World, and it wasn't great at all. It didn't have the fire effects coming from behind it. The fireworks were obviously off to the side, and it just didn't seem quite as immersive as it was on Main Street. However, no matter what, you can see it wherever you want to. The music blasts throughout the park. And it is really good that they've managed to do that. Personally, I wouldn't want to watch it anywhere else again other than Main Street USA. But it was absolutely awesome. Again, check out our reactions in the vlog because we absolutely loved it. Six Flags Magic Mountain then, another part, probably my second favourite part of the trip. So many rides to get on out there, so many roller coasters. Never obviously been to a roller coaster heavy park such as Magic Mountain before. While there is no other park in the world like Magic Mountain that's got that many roller coasters. But we had a fantastic time. Now, one thing a lot of you did pick up on, and it's my fault, I was trying to get the vlogs on there for you as quick as possible, was Full Throttle was not reviewed in the Six Flags vlogs part 1 or 2. We did ride Full Throttle, and it did have a review. It just didn't make it into the edited vlog. So I'll give you my review of Full Throttle now. Full Throttle was one of my favourite coasters there. Probably my #1 coaster there. Was X2, Superman, literally just underneath, I'd say. Some days I prefer Superman, some days I prefer X2. And then it would have been Full Throttle just below it. Really, really good launch coaster from Premier. Not the longest ride, quite short, but you'll see some footage of it on your screen now, actually. So it launches out straight into a loop. As it goes round through a reverser section, then you launch backwards, it goes forwards again, over a massive top hat. Which is awesome. Really enjoyed the ride. 10 out of 10. It was one of our favourites. A lot of us really enjoyed it out there too, including Chris, who wasn't too sure if he'd like it at first. He thought it might be the most underwhelming coaster there, and even he said it definitely wasn't. So there you go. That's our review of Full Throttle. We did really enjoy it. I'm sorry that didn't make it into the vlog. Like I say, when we go on these trips, it is a holiday for us as well. We always make sure to get the content on as soon as possible, but obviously we're out there on holiday. There's so much to do other than getting the videos on straight away. Obviously we've got to eat, we've got to travel to the parks, so I hope you all understand that I try my best to get as much content on as I could while I was out there in California. When you're out there for 18 days and you've got to do all the stuff and film it all, it's not always the easiest to be able to sit down, edit a video, which will take a few hours, then upload the video, then type all the titles up for it. So I'm sure you can understand I try my best to get as much on as I could do. And I know pretty much all of you did understand that anyway from the comments. I mean, you know, we had a great time, and like I say, we had a fantastic holiday as well. As much as you all come along for the journey with us on our holidays, it's still our holidays as well, so obviously we still have to do all the other things that we would do on holiday, like eat and sleep, and well, we sort of had some sleep, but like I say, there's still a few vlogs to go, and then we'll all be finished off here on the channel, which is awesome. Right, moving on from Six Flags Magic Mountains, Full Throttle, talk a little bit about X2. That thing was absolutely insane. You know, it was a beautiful ride. It was a little bit rough in places, maybe towards the back. However, on the front, it was stunning. As you spun round on the first drop, there's no other feeling like that on a coaster. Very intense, probably one of the most intense coasters I've ever done. Well, definitely one of the most intense coasters I've ever done. It was absolutely something special. Well worth going out there to see. There's not many of them in the world. You know, it was great to see that ride. I mean, you can't describe it. You know, imagine, I don't know, maybe being on the Swarm thought part, but the speed sitting round, and yeah, there's no other ride what you can quite compare to it apart from them, obviously, rides there is, the 4D coasters. But yeah, it was very, very good. It's a shame that on our second day we went to Magic Mountain, there was actually no fire effects or audio. The audio makes so much of a difference on board. It's a shame that wasn't working on the other day. It was more of not an experience coaster that day. It was more all about the thrills. However, I did think it did lack the audio, I must admit. But got a nice t-shirt just there, which I'm proudly wearing. So yeah, really, really good. Knutsbury Farm was nice. Probably, unfortunately, it was the most underwhelming park of the trip. I mean, it was a really nice park, but as you saw from the vlog, we nearly bailed out. It was that hot, absolutely roasting. Saying that, it's another thing back here in the UK now. It's absolutely freezing down here in Staffordshire. But yeah, Knutsbury Farm, there's some great stuff. Montezuma's Revenge was great. The Schwarzkopf Shuttle Loop, we love that. Me and Chris must have had about 20 rides on it. What else was there? Of course, Silver Bullet, B&M Inverted Coaster. Very good. Not amazingly intense, but in another way it was, because it gave your feet, I've never felt it before, your feet really tingled after you came off. You know, you might be thinking, what is Shawn going on about? But get out there and ride it and you'll see exactly what we mean. And of course the best ride there, Accelerator, the Intamin Accelerator coaster. Way, that was really, really good. I enjoyed that out there at Knott's. Fantastic ride, much better than Stealth. It had some good forces to it, some good air time, and the main thing what made it, of course, it had just a lap bar, so you're a lot more exposed on the ride, which was awesome. One thing other to mention is Voyage to the Iron Reef dart ride, interactive dart ride, 3D effects on it as well. That was really, really good. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that good, especially after doing like Universal's dart rides while we were out there. But whilst we were there, we thought we've got to check it out. Of course, Voyage to the Iron Reef. And yeah, it was really, really good. Some of the effects in there were great. The 3D was really good quality. The way the vehicles spun round, it was fantastic. Really good to see. There'll be a full POV video of that on the channel very soon. Of course, we went to Universal as well. You can check out the vlog for our reviews from Universal. So much to go over from there. Obviously, you've got the usuals like Jurassic Park, Transformers, The Mummy. But again, they were all incredible rides. Not some of the best rides of the trip, but they were great to see. Universal, however, I rated a lot higher than Orlando there. The tram tour was absolutely fantastic. One of the best rides I've ever done. All it was a tram tour, but obviously it's got Fast and Furious on it now. It had King Kong. It had a little section like Disaster in the Orlando park. So yeah, it was very, very good to see. One of my favourites, seeing all the real movie sets for Universal was something fantastic. Horror Nights again was great, but check out the vlogs from these. Check out the vlogs from all of them. To be honest, this is just a little going over some of the stuff I haven't covered, like Full Throttle, and some of the other thoughts from the parks. Now, vlogs that aren't online is Las Vegas. So I'll tell you a bit about Vegas. This is exclusive to the show. Vlogs aren't online just yet. A few more days till they're on. But Vegas was crazy. I've never been so scared before to do them rides on top of the Stratosphere Tower. Nothing scares me. No ride scares me. However, I got up there, saw X-Scream I was fine with, which is like the one that shoots off the edge. You can see footage of that on the screen. Fine with that. It was Insanity, the big claw that goes off the edge. So you're sitting in it, goes out, spreads out like that and spins round. That was absolutely crazy. Still had my arms up there after about 10 seconds. It just takes a little bit to get used to. After I'd done it once, absolutely fine. Lee and John, however, didn't seem to enjoy it quite as much. Lee in the end was okay, but John was just a no-go. He actually bailed out in the end from doing them. So that's going to be a great vlog to see. That's going to be online within the next few days here on Theme Park Worldwide. What a fantastic trip we had out there. Like I say, this was just a little brief overview of what we did, but check out the vlogs. Absolutely fantastic to see here on the channel. Next week, Screen Park Worldwide continues, along with more videos from Universal, some Maze POVs. We're also going to be at Paul's Adventure at Halloween. So next week's show will be on location from Paul's Adventure at Halloween, and the following week will be on location from Europa Park, Halloween and Horror Nights, which will be good. It really is the best ever Screen Park Worldwide this year. Then we're back over into the UK as all the UK events kick in. Over the next 2 episodes, so next week and the Wednesday after, we're going to be looking each week at some of the other UK events that we're going to be visiting, and also giving you some tips about how to book your tickets online, that sort of thing, to get out there to the different events. But yeah, Paul Adventure at Halloween next week, going to be good to see. So much new stuff to see there, new shows, new park theming. Of course, it's the 20th anniversary of the park, and we'll be riding Shambhala again. So first time of the year. I've not been out there all year, like I say. It's been a crazy year for Theme Park Worldwide, but I hope you've enjoyed all the new parks we've visited throughout the year. It's also our last Euro trip of the year coming up next week. So yeah, it's coming towards the end of the season, the end of the series as well for the show. But more details about that over the next few weeks. It's now time for Ask Me Anything. So it's time for Ask Me Anything, the part of the show where you send in questions and then I read them out with answers here on the episodes of the show. First question's from Jamie. What's more intense, Montu or Osiris? So they're both B&M invert coasters. One at Parc Asterix in Paris, France, which is Osiris. And then you've got one at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. And I'm going to say the most intense is Montu. It's an older B&M. Some of the newer B&Ms aren't quite as intense. It doesn't mean Osiris isn't a great ride. I love it. It's one of my favourite inverts. But after riding Montu, yeah, that wins for intensity. So thanks for your question. Narayan, sorry if I've said your name wrong. As you know, if you're a long-term viewer, I can't pronounce names very well. But you've asked, if you could choose what new ride would you put into Europa Park, what would it be? Love Europa Park, it's my favourite park out there. What I'd like to see in there is a Mack Hypercoaster. They've just built one actually, going over in China. Love to see that. I did report on it actually a few weeks ago in the show. Gonna have the world's largest loop. I'd love to ride that, but I'd love to see one in Europe as well. I think it'd be a great investment for the park. Europa's expanding massively at the moment, so I think that'd be a good addition to the park, especially with it being owned by Mack Rides as well. Why the hell not? Thanks for your question. Kaylee, what are your thoughts on Banksy's Dismaland? Now, it looks fantastic. I've not obviously been to see it because I've been away in California and going away out to Europe again for Halloween. So I'm not going to get the chance to go, unfortunately, because I believe it stops, doesn't it, in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure somebody will know if you comment below. But yeah, Banksy Dismaland. I'm a massive Disney enthusiast, don't get me wrong, but I think what he's done is basically took the mick out of Disney. Google it after the show if you need to see it. It's absolutely awesome what he's done. He's got the castle, he's got a scene inside it with Cinderella, and all the staff have been told to be rude and stuff. It looks really, really good. I'd love to have gone. I think it would have been a really funny video to do as well here on the channel. But I don't see myself getting there now, which is a shame. But send in some pictures if you have been. I'd love to see some of your merchandise from there. I know a couple of you have done. And also, send me in some photos of it. Yeah, why not? Send them in to me here for the show. So thanks for your question there, Kaylee. Finally then, question number 4 is from Annie Striblin. What ride would you build to replace Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach? Well, I'd love to see a Mack Mega Coaster in there. I think a lot of you knew I was going to say that. Either Blue Fire style, Helix style. I don't care. A Mack Mega Coaster would be ideal for that park. We've not seen a new roller coaster in there for years. So it'd be great to see a brand new steel coaster at Blackpool. Lots of wood in there, but now it's time for some steel, I think. So we'll see what happens at Blackpool in the future. Things are picking up now, apparently, so we'll have to see with that. If you've got any more questions, obviously we are coming towards the end of the series. Still got quite a lot of questions in storage, which we'll be ringing out over the next few weeks. But if you do have any extra special questions, make sure you send them in. It's ask@themeparkworldwide.uk, or you can send them in as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page. We look forward to hearing from you. So yes, it's time for Merch Paradise. Before we have a little look at what you guys have sent in for me this week, let's have a look at a couple of special items that I've got from California. Of course, I love collecting mugs, and I'll show you them over the next few weeks' episodes after we've come back from our Europe Halloween trip. However, this week I'm going to show you two very, very special items that I got from California. Now, these aren't mugs. These are even more special to me than mugs. Wow, you're thinking, whoa. But what I've got, something absolutely fantastic. Two items from Disney's anniversary, from the 60th, and it's this. Whoa, you wasn't expecting that to come up, was you? Look at that. Really nice replica of Disney's original castle. However, here, as it has at the moment, it's got all its 60th decor on all the way around. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the quality brickwork on that as well, all the archways and all the tops of it. Look at that, it's absolutely beautiful. The best thing about this item is also, woo, it lights up just like that. You've got two LED lights on the top. It's like the shopping channel now, isn't it? Trying to upsell it. But yeah, look at that. If you do want to pick one of these beauties up, head out there to the original Disneyland, boom, in California. Pick that up. Yes, they are quite expensive. At $150, but it's a really, really nice item to pick up while you're over there. A really nice way to remember the anniversary of Disneyland. So yeah, that's that one. So putting it down very, very gently there. It's not a mug now. I don't just put it on the shelf. It has to go on its special shelf down the bottom. Its special protective one. Then this is probably the best thing I've ever bought from a theme park. This absolutely stunning. Obviously, I get lots of items here real from theme parks. However, I didn't expect to be getting an exact replica of the Haunted Mansion entrance sign whilst I was out there in California. A lot of you don't realise how much this means to me. I absolutely love the Haunted Mansion. You know, it's just absolutely stunning to be able to have this. This was only actually $95, which isn't that much at all. What's that, 60, 65 quid or something? Yeah, absolutely awesome. Look at that. It's an exact replica of the Haunted Mansion entrance sign from Disneyland in California. Look at that, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the detail on it as well at the top. As you can imagine, I was so worried getting this back in the luggage from California, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's going to have pride of place. Not even here at the World of Theme Parks, it's going to have pride of place inside my bedroom with this one. It's going to go right opposite the Theme Park Worldwide Editing Suite on the wall, just above the Mac, I think. So yeah, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Very, very limited they are as well for the 45th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion. Like I say, I don't see them being available for very long, and it's not like they're even in many of the shops whilst you're at Disneyland. Again, just putting that down very gently. They're not in many of the shops. They're only available in 2 shops whilst you are over there. And even they were selling out whilst we were there. So they're very, very limited. If you do want one, collect one while you're out there. Or book a flight, go over and get one. The only place, I believe, where you can get them. So absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you do pick them up whilst you're over there. Let's have a little look then at the merch, what you guys have sent in for me this week. Nathan Rogers got a large mug from his collection from various theme parks. So thank you very much for that. Matthew Wayfield's got some merchandise from Disneyland Paris. Awesome stuff that you've got there. Thanks for sharing it with us. Josh Carter's got some merchandise from Alton Towers. So thank you very much for that. Jenny Cousins got a Thought Park teddy. Oh, I'm loving that there. Thank you very much for sending in the photo for us on the show. Ryan Townsend has then got a Helix framed photo. Look at that. If you've got any merch, all you need to do is send it in. merch@themeparkworldwide.uk, our new email address, or send it as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page. Me and Charlotte, the Theme Park Worldwide admin, look forward to hearing from you. So yes, it's time for the final section of this week's episode of Screen Park Worldwide, the show. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, we've covered some of the good stuff we got up to in California, but there's so much more to discover in our vlogs. Some of the best and longest vlogs we've ever done on the channel, so make sure you do check them out. Time for Interact with me then. What have I had sent in for this week? A little bit of a catch up from the past couple of weeks. So first off, Elaine and Aaron are there on stealth. So thank you very much for sending in that picture on the show. Luke Hitchman himself and his family climbing the O2 in London. Really, really good experience that. I did it myself last year, something I'm looking to doing again, maybe over winter. It'd be nice to see all of London from the top of there over winter. So thank you very much for sending in that photo. Great to see. Alex Wenman went on Shambhala, so there you go. Thank you very much for that. That's a really good off-ride shot you got there, the ride, so thanks for sending it in. Johnny Green's got a Saw on-ride photo from Thought Park. Thank you very much for that. Barnaby has had a photo with me at the turnstiles. Again, if you do see me out there, make sure you say hello, especially over Halloween. Send any photos for us here on Screen Park Worldwide. I don't know why I said it like that. Liam Davis has got a group photo with Mickey Mouse at Disneyland Paris. Thanks for sending that in. I love Disney parks. All of them are fantastic. Disneyland Paris is great. However, after visiting the Disneyland Resort in California, it was just in its own league from Disney parks. Absolutely awesome. The best of the best, in my opinion. Moving on from that, Rise Lewis has got a swarm on-ride photo, so thanks for that. The B&M Wing Coaster at Thorpe Park, that opened in 2012. Still one of my favourite coasters in the UK. Really, really do like it, so thanks for that. Liam Davis has got a Manta on-ride photo. Thanks for sending that in for us on the show. Matt Mitchell had a group photo dressed as superheroes at Alton Towers. Loving that. You're looking great there, so thank you very much for sending that in for me. I love it when you all do the dressing up. Make sure you send any pictures in for us on the show. Next up, Chris Anthony's got pictures at Legoland celebrating his daughter Charlotte's 6th birthday. Happy 6th birthday to Charlotte, and thank you for watching the show here on Theme Park Worldwide. Thanks for that. Ryan has had a photo outside the wonderful Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Really, really good there. I want to try and get back to Blackpool before the end of the season, but I just can't see it happening now. We're so close to the end. And let's face it, the weather, the way it's going now, it's getting cold. You know, I don't think it's Valhalla weather really now, but thank you very much for sending it in. Sophie has got an air on-ride photo from Alton Towers. Thank you for that. Happy 15th birthday to Alexander Pinkstone. Thank you very much and have a great birthday. Thanks for sending that in. Hope you have a fantastic day. And next up, big happy birthday to Dominique, who's 22. She's a massive fan of the show. Hi out there to Dominique. Hope you have a good time from us here at Theme Park Worldwide. Happy birthday to George Crisp, regular viewer, so happy birthday to you. And finally, a very, very happy birthday to Jessica, who's 10. Oh, she loves watching the show. Hi out there, Jessica. Hope all of you, loads of birthdays actually over the past couple of weeks. Hope you all have a fantastic birthday. If you've got any birthdays, any scary Halloween pictures, any on-ride photos, send them in. It is interact@themeparkworldwide.uk, our email address, or you can send it as a private message on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page. We'll get back to you on there, either myself or Charlotte, and it will be on the show here on Theme Park Worldwide. Hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. Like I say, lots more to come over the next couple of weeks. We're going out to Portaventura, we're going out to Europa Park, and then we'll be starting our rounds of the UK events. Of course, we've got Tully's Farm Shoptoberfest coming up, Screamland Margate, Alton Towers Scarefest, Thorpe Park Friday Nights, Chesterton Halloween, Hellfest Birmingham, Screamfest Burton. I think I just named them all, but it's going to be a fantastic Halloween. It's going to be great. Hope you've enjoyed Screen Park Worldwide this week. Like I say, I do apologise for not having an episode last week. Say you didn't watch the start and you flicked halfway into the video. The reason why we didn't have an episode last week is because of poor internet connection in California. It was a choice. Do I get the show on, or do we keep the vlogs coming from California? You were all loving them, they were going down very well, so I thought, let's keep the vlogs rolling out there and keep the content out there for you guys. So enjoy our vlogs over the next few days. Of course, Universal's already online. Disneyland Halloween's just gone online, along with all the others from before, from the parks. Next up, it will be Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, still to come on Screen Park Worldwide. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke, thank you for watching the show, and that means it's time to spook those credits. See you later guys, have a spooky week.